Superman is a pretty simple character, but when you really dive into his story, it's not really realistic. He's an alien who comes to Earth and he's damn near perfect in every way, shape, or form. He's saving cats from trees. Ain't nobody doing all that. So my question is, how would someone with Superman powers really act? Luckily, we've seen multiple Superman type characters portrayed on screen, and they boil down to 3 different categories. The ones sent to Earth as a baby, the humans who were given their powers, and the ones who came to Earth as fully grown adults. And out of this list, there are only 3 of them that I think are realistic for the circumstances that they were given. So hold up and let me get in my bag for this one. When it comes to Superman type characters who were sent to Earth as a child, their birth parents said, keep this little nigga away from us. The 2 best representations are Brightburn and Metroman. Brightburn being an alien boy who crash landed on a farm, and the couple that lived there found him and decided to raise him as their son. He went to school there where he made no friends, and his crush told him to back off. He's hard to look at. So the exact same scenario as Superman, except for the fact that no one in school liked him, and that he woke up in the middle of the night hearing incantations coming from his ship, and then decided to go around and start killing everyone. Compared to Metroman, who came down in a pod and landed in a nice rich home. Oh, how much does this cost? It's very nice. Indubitably, sire. It cost about $34 million. They're robbing y'all blind. Where he was then raised as a part of the family and decided to use his powers for good, protecting the people of his city and becoming the definition of a superhero. Whenever Megamind would show up, he would be like, surprise, motherfucker, and boom him to the atmosphere. So the most realistic outcome of the 2 scenarios is Metroman's. When you really deep it, as cool as Brightburn's story is, the little nigga literally woke up one day and said he wants everyone to burn. They deserve to die. He was wild. It was way too quick of a personality change for it to really be considered realistic. A kid with powers lands on Earth, gets hit with Swahili coming from his ship, and now all of a sudden he's a serial killer. This shit fire though, I ain't gonna lie. Metroman, on the other hand, is more realistic for the upbringing that he experienced. He was given a good life and decided to use his powers for good. And his story didn't end there. He started to question whether or not he really wanted to live like this, and decided he was better off pursuing his real passion: making terrible music. When it comes to Superman type characters who were given their powers, we have Titan and Homelander. Titan, who was a cameraman for a news reporter he was in love with. He ain't have nothing else going on in his life except for that. Until one day, he got hit with Megamind's beam, which gave him Metroman's powers. So now he could fly, shoot lasers, and move at super speed. So he went and tried to impress his crush, realizing that she still ain't want his ass. So he decided to just try and use these newfound powers to upgrade his status in the world. Similar to Homelander in a way. He's literally just trying to be on top of the world. But if you watch The Boys, I think that you can agree that Homelander ain't really realistic. He's very far-fetched. All he thinks about is milk and killing people. He's more so as if you give a psychopath superpowers. But for the average person, he ain't realistic compared to Titan. If a fully grown man with Superman-like powers were to come down to Earth and live among us, what would the realistic outcome be? Ikaris is an Eternal who was sent down by the Celestials with his team of Eternals to fight off the Deviants and prepare the Earth for the birth of a new Celestial. While Omni-Man can't even shoot lasers out of his eye. He already lost because of that. He off this list, which means that for the circumstances that they were given, the most realistic Superman variants are between Metroman, Titan, and Ikaris. But the more you rewatch the movies and really dissect it, the most realistic one is Ikaris. Just bear with me and let me explain. After Ikaris gets to Earth, he's told by Ajax that the true purpose of Eternals isn't just to fight deviants, but to also prepare the Earth, because one day there will be enough humans to feed the celestial seed that will then destroy the planet to help birth a new celestial. So he spends the next like 7 7,000 years just sitting around fighting deviants and waiting for that day. But the rest of the Eternals don't know this same information. They not only think that all the deviants are dead, but that they're just on Earth to chill. They're not even allowed to interfere with human conflicts. Our people were going through it, and this nigga said nah.
Nigga, what you want? I want you over my house cutting my grass like you supposed to be.
Well, too bad for you, cause I just took another job. And even though they don't pay hardly nothing, working for white folks look way better on my resume. And let this be yet another reminder that no matter how much money you got, you still just a nigga.
Thanos was talking about some
Dread it, run from it, destiny arrives all the same.
And they were relaxing. So the day when a deviant appeared, they were mad confused. While Ikaris spawned in immediately, was waiting for this day to come, telling everyone that Ajax is dead. So they went around the world gathering the team while fighting off deviants, until one day they find out their true purpose, and that every time they destroy a planet, their memory gets erased too. So now they really don't want to destroy the planet for the birth of a new celestial. So they're coming up with this plan on how they can stop it all from happening. That way they can get back to living their life on Earth. And that's when we get shown that Ikaris is the one who killed Ajax. She went to go see him, sat down, and I'm not gonna lie, we're gonna have to have a very comfortable conversation, because there's nothing uncomfortable in what I'm about to say. If Salma Hayek sat me down and calmly explained to me that she had no choice but to boom the Earth, I'ma ask her to bring me with her, and y'all are getting boomed. And you may be like, bro, please save me. Shut up. I'm sorry, bro. Sat down and explained that she's having second thoughts about destroying the Earth. She's been living amongst humans and has realized that they shouldn't die just for the birth of a celestial. So Ikaris fed her to the deviants, talking about saving humans, nigga. And when the other Eternals were close to figuring out how to stop the celestial emergence, he stepped in to stop them. The reason I say he's the most realistic scenario for his circumstances is because he's also the best representation of Superman's main themes. Superman, first and foremost, is extremely loyal and has a strong sense of duty. Even when the other Kryptonians stopped by, he is extremely loyal to the people who took him in and raised him, and feels the need to protect them and the entire planet, since he's also extremely strong. He didn't really have anyone forcing the idea of being a hero onto him. He really just chose to do it at the end of the day. You compare that to Metroman, for example, and he doesn't necessarily fit the same idea. He had a strong sense of responsibility to his city and wanted to use his powers to protect them, but he quickly changed his mind when he realized this wasn't really his passion. He just wanted to mess with people's ears and play bullshit music. There was also no mention of his parents after he crash landed into their home. Even when he retired, he just lived in the old school he went to, and he was all alone in that bunker. If he really felt that same level of loyalty and responsibility as Superman, he would just continue to play his music while also fighting crime. He has more than enough time throughout the day to do it, since he can also move at super speeds. Only Ikaris really had to deal with the whole dilemma of loyalty and responsibility. Titan had to choose between being a hero because it's the right thing to do and because Metroman did it. But once he got his powers, he felt extremely powerful. He could now do whatever he wants, rob people, and smack them for trying to take the money back. He felt no real sense of duty or responsibility to protect the city, cause they ain't do shit for him. Finally, someone is here to help us.
You fool!
It's a very realistic turnout for someone who lives an average life and gets powers overnight. So there's still that aspect of selfishness in both Titan and Metroman. But Ikaris not only has the same powers as Superman, where he can fly, move extremely fast, and shoot lasers, but he has that same sense of loyalty and responsibility to go along with it. From his perspective, he gets told that he's a soldier for the Celestials, and his purpose is to help destroy the planet for the birth of a new celestial. And for the next 7,000 years, he lives away from the human population and doesn't care what they do. In his head, he imagines them like these. Then one day, suddenly every Eternal just decides they no longer want to do their job.
No, I don't think I will.
Well, what about you?
My dad! You guys want to hear something? Ugly ass fucking
He's seeing everyone live amongst these humans and suddenly forget their life purpose. So to him, he's doing the right thing and helping the Celestials who are his creator. When you think about it from a Superman point of view, he's helping the people who actually raised him. He don't know none about Krypton for real. Them Kryptonians need to go back to their planet. Just like when them random family members come up to you talking about some, "Oh, I used to change your diapers." Bro, who are you? There's also proof that he has a strong sense of duty, because when they mention the Avengers,
Rogers and Iron Man are both gone. Who do you think's gonna lead the Avengers?
I could lead them.
got to respect the confidence though. Put me in, coach. I'm feeling extra nice today. So when Ikaris realizes that the rest of the team switched up, his only solution is to kill them, because to him, it's like they're brainwashed and have somehow forgot where their loyalty is supposed to be. Even when a deviant shows up to fight, this man leaves them to fight the deviant and tries to fly away. I ain't gonna lie, he was just being a piece of shit right here. After being held down, they're all trying to stop the Celestial that's emerging from the ground. So he ends up breaking from the shackles and flying over to try and stop Cersei. And that's when he realizes the seriousness of what he's about to do. He was ready to kill her right there. So he decides to help them at the last second to stop the Celestial emergence. And when it's all said and done, he feels so much regret.
I'm sorry.
He was off them Celestial shrooms. He was out his body. Couple niggas ended up dead. Minor setback, my fault. And to make up for his actions, he got up and flew away into the sun. I personally think the dilemma he had to go through was extremely well portrayed, especially at the end, since even though he helped them, he still probably felt confusion as to what the right decision was. Should he have helped them stop the Celestial or help them continue their happy life on Earth? But the regret he had for his actions is what ultimately led to his demise. So in other words, the pum-pum he always wanted brought him back to his senses. Also, you might be wondering why Invincible isn't on this list. And that's because, well, obviously, he doesn't have heat vision. So yes, I'm using that as an excuse. And I wanted to talk about something else, bro. Sue me!